Today we're talking about killing politicians, stealing lemonade from little girls, and vandalism. First I want to talk about John Boehner. I think I'm saying that right. He is a representative from Ohio, and he is the House Minority Leader. And in a conversation with the Christian Science Monitor, he basically said, long story short, that anarchists want to kill politicians. And I'll put the link down below, but even if he was joking, this still pushes this stigma on anarchists that everyone who is an anarchist wants violence and death and malice and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, which isn't the case. And I'll admit there are anarchists who condone violence as a part of a revolution or in response to violence, but that doesn't mean that anarchists promote violence per se. So obviously John Boehner doesn't know enough about anarchism. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send him an anarchist FAQ. And if you want your name sent along with this, put it in the comment section below and tell me that you want it included. Second thing I want to talk about is lemonade. This broke last week. A little girl, I believe in Oregon, put out a lemonade stand, like a lot of people do. I guess she wanted to make a buck. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. She put a lemonade stand out, and her local health officials came by and shut her down. Her local health officials came by and said, look, either you shut this down or you're going to have to pay us $500. I mean, there's been an amount of commentary on this, basically that the government, is ridiculous, that they want their hand in absolutely everything. They're becoming totalitarian. What I really find interesting is that this comes out that the health officials are spending their time and effort on lemonade stands, and there's a massive egg recall. And again, it didn't happen in the same place, but it doesn't help. 550 million eggs are being recalled. And I believe those are the numbers. I will put the link in the thing below here. If I'm wrong, sue me. And let me break it down for you. Okay, you don't get salmonella in eggs by eggs laying around, per se. When they're laid, there's actually a film that helps keep bacteria and whatnot out. Inside the eggs, there's actually active proteins that are keeping these things out. What happens is that the chickens themselves are sick, and that is what passes the salmonella. It's obviously our government can't regulate these huge organizations, and they probably shouldn't be regulating these huge organizations. These huge organizations probably shouldn't exist, or we wouldn't have these things. These are the consequences. So you can do one or two things: don't eat eggs, or get them local. Or I guess the third option is to raise chickens in your backyard. They're much happier that way. The last thing I want to talk about, which is really sad, if anyone has been an anarchist long enough, you probably know who the Haymarket Martyrs are. If you don't, again, link in the thing below. Read up on that. They have a monument in Illinois, and the Illinois Labor Society kind of runs that, kind of does the upkeep on it. And there's been a vandalism of that memorial. Basically, there's like metal flowers at the bottom, and they were taken away. They were broken off and taken away. And there needs to be a repair done. They're asking for donations. They're looking for around $30,000, not only to fix it this time, but also for future upkeep. So you can't do that online at this point, but there's an address, and I will have that in the thing here below. And maybe I'll flash that across the screen somewhere. Hey guys, thanks for watching the first episode. I had this whole cool background and camera setup. Had a little problem with my camera and a couple other little minute things. But I wanted to go ahead and get this episode up and done. So here it is on the computer cam. We'll be back next week with the cool background and the whole setup. And hopefully a little more polished. If you have anything you want me to comment on or anything that you want to get thrown out there, you can leave it in the comment section, a video response, or email me.